Hello, dear students. I hope you all are safe and healthy. My name is Ankita, and I am teaching as an assistant professor in Department of Bachelor's of Computer Application and Computer Science and Engineering at St. Andrews Institute of Technology and Management, Gurugram. I welcome all of you to the lecture 14th of my online lecture series of object-oriented programming using C++. In this video, we will study the Unit 1 topics. In previous video, we studied the namespaces with the suitable examples. We studied the nested namespaces. What are the namespaces we have seen in the previous video. So what is procedural language concept? See, procedure oriented programming language is mainly based upon the number of functions, how we are writing these functions, how these functions are built up. All thing depends on these on the writing of these functions. So सारा कुछ जो भी procedure oriented programming जो depend होती है वो सभी functions पे होती है. That's why it is known as the procedure oriented programming. So in this approach, the problem is viewed as a sequence of different problems or different things to be done, like reading, like writing, calculating, and printing. And procedure-oriented programming is basically consist of list of instructions, and the main disadvantage of procedure-oriented language is its global data access, because if you want to give access of a data to all the functions written inside the main function, तो आपको एक global data यहाँ पर बनाना होगा. So data is globally accessible in the every part of the program. So that was the disadvantage of the procedure oriented language, जिसकी वजह से object oriented language को study किया गया और develop किया गया. It does not model the real world problems as object oriented do, and there is no data hiding in the case of in the case of procedure oriented programming. And the as you can see here, the global data is accessible by the all the functions. So main key features or key characteristics of procedure oriented languages are its emphasis is on doing things rather than securing the data and how to do the things. Emphasis on the things like written the algorithm. Large programs were divided into smaller programs known as functions, you can say methods also. Most of the functions share global data, and data moves openly around the system. It follows the top-down approach, and function transforms the data from one function to another. And such examples of this procedure-oriented programming are like Fortran, Algol, COBOL, Basics, Pascal, and C. So before looking at the object-oriented programming concept, let us have the difference between the प्रोसीजर ओरिएंटेड प्रोग्रामिंग लैंग्वेज एंड ऑब्जेक्ट ओरिएंटेड प्रोग्रामिंग, बिकॉज आपके जो सिलेबस में टॉपिक्स हैं वो इसी तरह से अरेंज है. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल द प्रोसीजर ओरिएंटेड प्रोग्रामिंग कंसेप्ट, देन यू हैव टू डिफरेंशिएट बिटवीन प्रोसीजर ओरिएंटेड प्रोग्रामिंग लैंग्वेज एंड ऑब्जेक्ट ओरिएंटेड प्रोग्रामिंग. So in the case of procedure oriented programming, the function is program is divided into functions, and object oriented programming, the program is divided into objects. Procedure oriented programming follows the top down approach, and object oriented programming follows the bottom up approach. There is no access specifiers in the procedure programming, but in object oriented programming we have different access specifiers like private, public, and protected. Adding new data and functions, it is not easy in the case of procedure oriented language, but we can add new data and functions in the class. And the procedure oriented programming does not have any proper way for hiding the data. It is less secure, and whereas in object oriented programming it provides the data hiding as its main concept. So data जो है वो more secure है as compared to procedure oriented programming. In this, overloading is not possible, and in case of object oriented programming we can overload the functions. In case of procedure oriented programming, function is more important than data, but in case of object oriented, data is more important than functions. Procedure oriented programming is based upon the unreal world, so real time problems सॉल्यूशंस के लिए हमारे पास ऑब्जेक्ट ओरिएंटेड प्रोग्रामिंग बेस्ट सूटेबल होती है. इसके एग्जांपल्स हैं सी, फोर्ट्रन, पास्कल बेसिक, एंड ऑब्जेक्ट ओरिएंटेड के एग्जांपल्स हैं सी प्लस प्लस, जावा, पाइथन, सी शार्प, एटसेट्रा. सो लुक एट द ब्रीफ हिस्ट्री ऑफ ऑब्जेक्ट ओरिएंटेड प्रोग्रामिंग. So the very first language, which was known as Simula, it was the first object language. As its name suggests, it was used to create the simulation first of all. So Alan Kay invented this Simula language at the University of Utah. So he had a vision of the personal computer that would provide graphics oriented applications, and he also felt that the language like Simula would provide a good way for non-specialists as well to create these applications. So he sold his idea to the Xerox PARC in the early 1970s. So a team headed by the Alan Kay at Xerox PARC created the first personal computer called the Dynabook, And the Smalltalk was the another object oriented language which was developed for the programming at the Dynabook. So Dynabook पे प्रोग्रामिंग करने के लिए Smalltalk को यूज़ किया गया था. It was the simulation and the graphics oriented programming language too, and Smalltalk exists to this day, although it is not widely used commercially. The idea of object-oriented programming gained momentum in 1970s, and in the early 1980s, Bjorn Stroustrup integrated object-oriented programming into C language. So the resulting language was called C++. Earlier its name was the C with classes. So उसके बाद इसका नाम C++ रखा गया, and it became the first object-oriented language to be widely used commercially also. And in 1990s, a group at Sun led by James Gosling developed a simpler version of C++ called Java that was meant to be a programming language for video on demand applications. And in some terms, the Java is more simpler than the C++ language. So the object oriented programming, these are the key highlights. C++ is an object oriented programming language and it is an extension of C. बिजोर्ने जो हमने ऊपर अभी देखा उसके highlights हैं ये सभी. Bjorn starts up at AT&T Bell Laboratories USA developed it. He called it with the name C with classes initially. बाद में इसका नाम C++ रखा गया. In object-oriented programming, it is also known OOP in short. So because the concept of object and classes came into existence, the whole program is written in a class. This class contains objects and various member functions. The first object-oriented programming was similar. Language was similar. The main reason behind OOP is that we can use the real world entities in our program, and some famous languages are PHP, Python, Java. So this is the scenario in which the object oriented programming works. Like the objects and the classes are the main concept of OOP programming. So besides classes and objects, it provides data hiding, reusability, encapsulation, abstraction, inheritance, polymorphism, etc. So here we have three objects, object A, B and C. Data is different at each object, but they are sharing or they are communicating with the help of functions with each other. So its emphasis is on data rather than procedure, and programs are divided into objects. Data structure are designed such way that they characterize the objects. Functions that operate on the data of an object are tied together in the data structure. Data is hidden and can't be accessed by the external functions. Objects may communicate with each other, and now new data and functions can be easily added and this follows the bottom up approach. हम सभी एग्जाम्पल लिख चुके हैं C++ के क्लासेस के, तो यू कैन रिलेट ऑल दीज फीचर्स विद द एग्जाम्पल which you have in mind. So advantages of object oriented programming languages are like it can model the real world entity problems. Real world entities, like हम classes का भी जब केस लेते हैं तो हम classes को ऐसा कंसीडर कर सकते हैं. like आप कार, जैसे कार एक आप एग्जाम्पल ले सकते हैं एक मेन क्लास का. So it represents the complete classes of a car. So car may contain from different companies, अलग अलग companies से belong कर सकती हैं कार. So अलग अलग company से जब आप उनको represent करने के लिए ले रहे हैं तो they will be act as the object. But a complete, if we talk about a simple car which contains most common features जो सभी कार में होते हैं, तो एक कार as a class represent कर सकते हैं आप. Other real world entities like pen, chair, student, hospital, and these are the example which can be considered as class, and their attribute will be considered as their object. Like अगर chair की बात, student की बात करेंगे तो student have a roll number, address, name. So these are the attributes of that student. Code reusability is very much famous in the case of object oriented programming. You need not to write the functions again and again, but आप उसको code reusability कर सकते हैं through inheritance. एक क्लास से दूसरी क्लास को इनहेरिट कर सकते हैं. इजी मैनेजमेंट है क्योंकि हमने अपने पूरे कंप्लीट प्रोग्राम को एक मॉड्यूल में डिवाइड कर दिया जिसे हमें बार बार देखने की ज़रूरत नहीं. यू हैव टू जस्ट टेक द ऑब्जेक्ट्स फ्रॉम दैट क्लास एंड ऑब्जेक्ट विल परफॉर्म ऑल द टास्क. मेंटेनेंस इज ईजी. येस, एब्स्ट्रैक्शन इज प्रोवाइडेड. एब्स्ट्रैक्शन इज़ वेरी मच इंपॉर्टेंट कंसेप्ट इन ऑब्जेक्ट ओरिएंटेड प्रोग्रामिंग, जिसमें डिटेल्स आपको नहीं दिखाई जाती. यूज़र will not be seeing any details, but it will get the output. So implementation hidden होता है but output उसे मिल जाता है. That is the abstraction. Polymorphism is another. Same name methods can be used for performing multiple operations or for multiple behaviors. Its disadvantage is like its complex design. कुछ प्रोग्रामर्स को ऐसा लग सकता है क्योंकि इसका जो है हमें सबसे पहले हमें क्लास ऐड करनी पड़ती है, देन वी हैव टू राइट द मेन फंक्शन. तो कॉम्प्लेक्स डिज़ाइन में बी दी वन डिसएडवांटेज ऑफ ऑब्जेक्ट ओरिएंटेड प्रोग्रामिंग, बिकॉज इट टेक्स लॉट ऑफ टाइम टू राइट द होल कोड एंड बर्डन सम हो जाता है उस केस में. बहुत सारे स्किल्स एक प्रोग्रामर जिसके पास डिफरेंट डाइवर्जेंट स्किल्स हैं, दैट पर्सन इज रिक्वायर्ड टू राइट दी C++ program or OOP program. Large size and the many instructions are included in the program, and slow speed. Due to the large size of the program, its execution speed becomes low. And even many coding instructions make the execution of the program slower and efficiency is reduced. So uses of OOP are like these are the application areas in which object-oriented programming is used. It is used for the object-oriented DBMS, CAD, CAM softwares, AI and expert systems. System software, many system softwares are built upon the object-oriented programming. Network programming is the example of object-oriented programming. Simulation and modeling, neural networks and parallel programming, decision support system. So all these are the different areas in which the object-oriented programming is famous. So basic concepts of object-oriented programming includes object classes, data abstraction and encapsulation, inheritance, polymorphism, dynamic binding, message passing. So ये जो पैरामीटर्स हैं यही मेन पैरामीटर्स हैं जो कि एक object-oriented programming को इतना यूजफुल बनाते हैं. So objects are the instance or the runtime entity of a class, and they may represent a person, a place, a bank account, or a table of the data or any item that the program must handle. The fundamental idea behind object oriented approach is to combine both data and the function into a single unit. So आप जब data और function को combine कर रहे हैं या data को hide कर रहे हैं एक single unit में, that is done with the help of object. आप स्टूडेंट का एग्जाम्पल ले सकते हैं. लाइक क्लास में एक स्टूडेंट है, संदीप नाम का एक स्टूडेंट है, तो ही इज़ हैविंग हिज नेम, इज़ रोल नंबर. ये सारे इसकी प्रॉपर्टीज़ हैं जो कि डेटा मेंबर्स को रिलेट करते हैं. और आप अगर इसका रोल नंबर या इसका फ़ी अकाउंट फैच कराना चाहते हो तो फ़ी अकाउंट को आप एज अ मेथड लिख सकते हो. क्लास एक ग्रुप ऑफ ऑब्जेक्ट्स होते हैं जो कोई कॉमन प्रॉपर्टीज़ शेयर करते हैं. लाइक स्टूडेंट एक कंप्लीट क्लास है, पर्सन एक कंप्लीट क्लास है. Data abstraction refers to the act of representing essential features without including the data background details of the explanation. So classes use the concept of abstraction and are defined as the size, width and cost of the functions to operate on the attributes. Data encapsulation is wrapping up of data and functions into a single unit. ये हम अभी तक जितने भी हमने प्रोग्राम किए हैं उनमें सब में हमने ये सारे फीचर्स हम एक बार देख चुके हैं. Encapsulation is like data is not accessible to the outside world, and only those functions which are wrapped inside the class they can access the data. और data hiding and encapsulation काफ़ी हद तक हम access specifiers की help से भी achieve करते हैं. Private, public and protected. These functions provide the interface between the object and the data and the program. जो आपके functions होंगे वो आपके as an interface act करते हैं और object, data और program के बीच में interaction का काम जो है आपके ऑब्जेक्ट्स की हेल्प से किया जाता है जब वो फंक्शन को कॉल करते हैं. इनहेरिटेंस इज अनदर प्रॉपर्टी फॉर रीयूजिंग द कोड. लाइक you have one class, you can derive one more class from the existing class. So in that case you are reusing the code of the main class. Polymorphism is a concept in wherein you have more than one form with a single name. Same name, many forms you can say, because you can consider the example of operator plus, which is used to perform the addition of integer as well as integer addition of object as well as addition of strings also. So polymorphism is achieved at compile time and runtime. So compile time polymorphism is achieved again by function overloading and operator overloading, and runtime polymorphism is achieved with the help of virtual functions. Dynamic binding refers to the linking of a procedure call to the code to the execute to be. Dynamic binding refers to the linking of a procedure call to the code to the executed in response to the call. Dynamic binding means the code associated with the given procedure call is not known until the time of the call at runtime. So it is associated with the polymorphic reference depending upon the dynamic type of that reference. So runtime पे जब हम कोड को definition के साथ में bind करते हैं, that is known as dynamic binding. Message passing says a class can have many number of objects as much as it requires. So when these objects call the methods or the procedure, so they are actually passing the messages to each other. A message for an object is a request for the execution of a procedure and therefore will invoke the function in the receiving object. That generates the desired result. Message passing involves specifying the name of the object, then the function name, and then the पैरामीटर लिस्ट. सो आप इसको ऐसे लिख सकते हैं, ऑब्जेक्ट हमारे पास है एक नेम से obj, एंड सम हमारे पास एक फंक्शन है, and in this sum function we are passing one statement. So object is calling the sum function. So this is the message and this is the information. With the help of this message we are passing this information to the compiler that sum will be performing on 4. So benefits of OOP includes that through inheritance we can eliminate the redundant code and extend the use of the existing classes. The principle of data hiding helps the programmer to build the secure programs that can't be invaded by the code in other parts of the program, and it is possible to have multiple instances of an object to coexist without any interference, and it is easy to partition the work in a project based on objects. Object oriented system can be easily upgraded from small to large systems, and the software complexity can be easily managed. Message passing techniques available for communication, for establishing communication between the objects, make the interface description with the external systems much simpler. सो दीज आर द बेनिफिट्स ऑफ OOP. सो ये फर्स्ट यूनिट के फर्स्ट टॉपिक्स थे जो कि बहुत इजी हैं, और अब तक जितने भी वीडियोस हम लेक्चर्स हम देख चुके हैं उन सभी में हमने कहीं ना कहीं प्रॉपर्टीज़ को, ऑब्जेक्ट ओरिएंटेड प्रोग्रामिंग प्रॉपर्टीज़ को हमने स्टडी किया है. नेक्स्ट टॉपिक्स हम नेक्स्ट वीडियो में देखेंगे. थैंक यू सो मच.